What it do, people? This is the Peace Dealer. Thank you all so much for your patience. Mars is in my 12th house right now. I want to be honest, I was asleep. I was legit asleep right now. I had planned to wake up like a little bit before, and I wake up and it's 20 minutes after 7. So if you're a Gemini rising right now and you have Mars in your transiting your 12th and Mercury transiting your 12th right now, you know it's real. You know it's real. Like, I swear to God, like, I went to sleep like 2 hours ago and I was like, yeah, I'll just wake up like 20 minutes later when Mars is transiting your 12th. 2 hours later. Oh crap. Okay, so it is what it is. I'm still more amazed that you guys are still in the live chat rocking with me. Yeah, I'm really grateful. In fact, stay tuned. I'll be right back because I need to get lit right now. I don't know about you, but I need to get pretty lit. This live broadcast is brought to you by Chalks. Chocolate wine. Chocolate wine. Hopefully this will help me get through the broadcast so I could be lit with y'all. It is what it is. See, the last time I poured up alcohol on a live stream, I played music. And let's just say I got copyright striked. Now I'm going to show the Taurus rising and the Venus Taurus live. All right, y'all. What it do? I appropriately titled this Projection Wars because as we speak, we're dealing with an exceptional quality of really having to map out how powerfully our energy not only influences ourselves and others, but, you know, how much we really care about this spiritual world that we're living in. And, you know, thankfully you're in tune with the weekly aspect of this. This is a very important week in where the moon is transiting from Cancer, and by the end of the week, the moon's going to be in Virgo, and it's going to lead us up until the full moon. That's going to happen on the 11th, on Tuesday. So, of course, we're walking through a portal. Because I have to use Chrome, the screen share isn't working, which is weird because every other tab is working. But hey, if I'm not going to be able to like see into the chat so I could show you the magic, it's all good. That's what my words are for. For those of you who are patiently waiting for the rest of the monthly horoscopes featuring my sister, worry not. I'm still editing the rest of the videos. Let me find out this thing happened again. Oh, thank God. Oh, thank God. Okay, yeah. good news, guys. It is coming out for the rest of the signs. But yeah, yo, we are right now on a quarter square. The moon is in Cancer and the sun is in Aries. So this is a pivotal moment in our collective consciousness where we have to really come to terms and be completely honest with how well we really feel about who we are. So I think last year, as I was saying, what is your power before you could really come into an understanding of who you are, which this is a new year of uncovering our identities, so radically so, how does this feel? How confident are you able to really express this? Because sincerity is the Cancer square to the courage that comes from Aries, so that when the moon is in Libra, we're altruistically, inclined. So Joe wants to talk about shapeshifters, seers, and groups that I was talking about awakening. This is a future World War Zero episode. I'm having a lot more free time. Well, not a lot, but I'm having more free time to really detail these down. It's really important to think of the wave of what is awakening, because right now, if I remember correctly, the Magi's have recently awakened, and I think it's the negators that are waking up this new year. And I spoke about this 2016. But yeah, so when Saturn entered Sagittarius, the seers woke, all right? And certain class upgrades are accessible this year. For example, the seers already had vision, but their power technically didn't activate until this new year, where it's relevant. But the seers, they awakened their seeing powers a while ago. So the reason why the seers woke up first is because when Jupiter was in Virgo, the shapeshifters woke up. And this is a little bit relevant because now that we're in Aries season, you don't want to think that you can only do one. Shapeshifting is a mutable sign quality. Seeing is more a fire sign ability. So some of you are awakening all these powers. Some of you are just focusing on one. There's certain people that are awakening that I won't mention because you have a contract with Pluto on your moon. So there's certain facets of your spiritual development that you're not even allowed to tell people. You know what I mean? So keep that in mind. When I say that the seers have awakened, I mean they can literally see. They walk amongst us, guys. They can literally see. Like, they can see your aura. They can see the matrix codes. They can see the future. They see visions like That's So Raven, even better. Like, they're out here. And then there are shapeshifters. The seers are meant to put the shapeshifters in check, because if shapeshifters use their powers for bad, there's at least 2 or 3 seers who can see that they're shapeshifting. And the class of these powers are something like elementals or like rock, paper, scissors, where, one isn't like the most strong, but we check and balance each other. So outside of the shapeshifters and seers now, we have the Magi's and the negators that are waking up this year. The Magi's woke up like November, December 2016. Some people have had Magi ability since birth, but when I say it is activated, it's like now when I use my wind mage powers, I can feel my MP start to decrease. Like, I literally felt spiritual energy decrease because I blew it, right? We're now starting to be a lot more aware. And look, I can literally feel energy drained because I used it. You know what I mean? Like, this is now sanctioned. And then you have the negators who can put the Magi's in check and block energy from actually affecting. Now, some Magi's can overtake negators, and some shapeshifters can fool seers. You know what I mean? So you want to keep this in mind. We have a Pisces who thinks like they're slick because they're trying to make everyone's wish come true. Pisces, whoever this Pisces is, or Pisces moon, who's setting the intention for people's desires to manifest, I hope you know that's responsibly on you, okay? I know that seems good, but you're hyper accelerating the manifestation process for people, and good luck. Good luck. All right, good luck. See, I got the devil card. Yeah, the dark forces are gonna come for you. But regardless, thank you for doing this ritual, because thank you. You're hooking up everyone in the chat and people watching this. But good luck. You're gonna have a nightmare. Like, they're gonna come for you for your dreams, in your dreams, because you think you could be on some collective conscious, like, super savior genie shit. Do you see how I've like interrupted my whole broadcast because I can sense you doing this? Like, thank you. So you might be a double agent, but good luck. Good luck. Good luck. Anyway, this is important because the negators are waking up from February to August of this year. And another video I have to make that is playing in the background of this, the divine feminine woke up a lot of women 2014 to 2016. And now the divine masculine is waking men up 2016 and 2018. Now, the negative side of this is you have a lot of women who are preventing the awakening of men because they're awakening to more power. And the dark side of this feminine is like, ooh, before some men wake up, we can drain their energy and we can manipulate them so that when they wake up, they can like give them the energy, like straight up. And then you have some other women that are like, screw this. I want the divine masculine to wake up so that we can balance our power. And it's literally superwoman versus superwoman. And there are men who are oblivious to this. They don't even know. And when I say awakening, like, by now, every woman has supernatural powers. You can fool everyone else, girls and ladies. You can't fool the peace dealer. You can't fool the peace dealer. Like, magic, awakening, divine feminine. If you're a man, it's your turn, all right? The first half of mankind, 2016, some people got it early. A lot of people are getting it in 2017. And there are a few women protecting you and you don't even know. All right, there are women protecting you, and then there are women that are trying to drain your power. Okay, this is a huge part of the projection war. This is a huge part of the projection war. This is a huge part of the projection war. There are a lot of men that have to deal with the dark twin and then the actual light soulmate. Like, trust me, bro. Lilith and Eve. Which one are you gonna choose, man? And that's just an example, because for some of you, Lilith is the good one and Eve is the bad one. Trying to give you the apple. Like, trust me, it's weird. And I really, really think that this is definitely very powerful. This has everything to do with Aries season, because this is kind of finalizing a lot of the awakening. Like, especially if you're a man, you are really awakening chronicle superpowers. Like, and you have to stop. You have to understand, every single woman has already awakened this. Like, why do you think I was throwing mad shade on Pisces and Scorpio in my rant? Like, a lot of these chicks are acting like, what can I do to awaken my power? And then I just have to look at them like, can you awaken my power, goddammit? Why are you out here acting like you're not Superwoman? Like you're not Wonder Woman? Do you think it's a coincidence that they waited until the divine feminine woke up to release Wonder Woman, or to even feature her in a movie? Y'all better stop playing. Y'all better stop playing. Y'all better stop playing. It's a divine feminine thing though to hide that, so that's cool, but you can awaken my power asking me, how do I know anything about your power? You know what? I need to chill. I need to chill before it's rant on Pisces all over again. Okay, it's all good. It's all good. Shout out to Leo on the motherfucking building. Leo is putting in work. I'm about to pull some people's cards, because this is the peace dealer. For those of you who follow me on Magic Mike, like, you know, I might be in a little bit of a box, but this is no holds bars right here. Okay, 6 zodiac signs are getting at work. Okay, 6 zodiac signs are getting that work. If you are a Scorpio, if you are a Libra, okay, if you are a Sagittarius, if you are a Capricorn, if you are Aquarius, if you are Pisces, you are getting that work tonight. I am going to rant about you, okay? It is what it is. I'm going to rant about you. A lot of, some people are asking what happened to the live stream. Well, I was breaking down some knowledge, and you know what? Dark Forces deleted it, and it was a conspiracy. Like, the video magically disappeared. No, I'm just joking. There was a issue with rendering, and you know what I'm saying? I just got to watch my words next time. But don't worry, I'll make up for it this one. Like, I'm not going to really roast Pisces, because I'm going to justify Pisces actions. I'm going to justify Pisces actions, but Scorpio wasted no time. Scorpio wasted no time. Let me just be honest with you, yo. Like, back in November, Scorpio season, when I started like exposing Scorpio's secrets, they were like, no, 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 no. They put in an affidavit to the Divine Council. Like, let me tell you something. If an affidavit comes to the Divine Council, it has to take at least a solar revolution, a year, okay? It's not even really over 6 months, and I can't even talk about Scorpio. Y'all are nice, Scorpio. I'm not even mad. Y'all are nice. I can't even talk about Scorpio. They told me in a dream, they're like, yeah, I know you're doing your little YouTube videos, but you're no longer allowed to reveal 8th house secrets. And I was like, I totally expected it. Like, as soon as like my Skype calls and my readings started to get interrupted, those of you who have had readings, anytime I start to talk about your 12th house or Scorpio or 8th house, like the reading glitches. The reading glitches. Every time I start to talk about 12th house, you know what I'm saying? I get some major interference. And you know what? I was like, ooh, these guys are going to block me. And I was right. Within 6 months, Scorpio works quick. And do you know why they're able to do that? Now, because I can't talk about Scorpio, like, if you notice, whenever I try and like break down some Scorpios, and that's the occult, the hidden stuff. Every time I try to, like, it's hard to put into words. Now, because I can't talk about Scorpio, I can't talk about Sag, I can't talk about Capricorn, I can't talk about Aquarius, and I can't talk about Pisces, because I need to be able to bring you through that portal. That's why the bill was passed, so that those can't get exposed. But you screwed up. You screwed up. You screwed up. See, Scorpio was low-key worried. Scorpio was like, hey, I wanted to start at Libra. I don't know why I feel this subconscious fear, but I wanted to stop at Libra. And then Libra was like, no, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. We'll make the law so that he can't talk about you, and that's that. All right. But they screwed up, because I could talk about Libra, and if I could talk about Libra, I'm a Gemini. So if I could talk about Libra, I could talk about the rest of the signs. This is going to be roundabout. But let me tell you, yo, Scorpio has something to hide. Scorpio has something to hide, and it's really just more their secrets, which it's not like they're hiding anything bad. If anything, they're hiding something good, y'all. Let me tell you the first secret that Scorpio wants to hide. I'm gonna get in trouble for this. You know what I'm saying? It's like getting a restraining order, but hey, Scorpio really loves you guys. Scorpio really loves everyone. You know how Scorpio doesn't like people? The secret is Scorpio actually really loves people. You think Leo would. Scorpio really loves you all, and it hates that it loves you all, because now it has to actually purge this. But I can't say too much more. That's like a common knowledge, so I didn't really technically reveal a secret. So let's talk about Libra, because Libra marks the entrance to the gateway of the gods. Okay, Libra is the opposite of Aries, and it's the zodiac sign that allows us to take the raw expression of what it is we're experiencing and refine it. So all the other zodiac signs are balancing up the positive ones, okay? Let me be honest. The gods want to exterminate the humans. The gods want to exterminate the humans, okay? I'm just gonna be honest. Somewhere there's a Capricorn and an Aquarius like, you know what? The world would be better without humanity. And Aquarius is like, I kind of rule humanity, and you're right. I think I kind of messed up. Sagittarius messed up. He kind of made humans a little bit retarded. See, not everyone's a human. So humankind is Aries, Taurus, and Gemini. Like, I know this is a weekly, but I have to channel this. And before I start saying the facts, the Virgo has to channel this. Like, this is serious. Like, if you're an Aries or if you're a Gemini, our kind is at threat. Okay, Taurus's ass. You all know Taurus. Taurus is all acting like they're on our side because Taurus is human, right? But the gods and goddesses are like, we need to leave Taurus because when we come down to that dimension, Taurus has all the good food. If we kill Taurus, then we're not going to have food. We're not going to have protection from nature. So Taurus is in their head like, all right, I'm team humanity all day. But if the gods and goddesses come, they're going to leave me alive. So we're good either way. So I see you, Taurus. I see you, Taurus. I see you, Taurus. I know you think you're sick. I know you think you're sick. I know you think you're sick. I see you. I see you. If you want to know why I'm going crazy, this is for real. If you, oh my God, what's that? Feng Shenji tried to lightly touch on this. So there's the gods and goddesses are talking like, these humans, they don't listen to order. They do what they want. And they're basically just talking about Aries and Gemini. Cancer and Leo are like the meta-humans. So they're like the personification of what humankind should be. And they're not humans. Don't look, Cancer and Leo are out here trying to act like they're humans. They're not humans. All right. That's Superman and Wonder Woman. They're not, they're meta-human. Like we need, this is Aries season. This is a new year. Like, oh my gosh. I'm interrupting myself because someone's Taurus sister hides the hot Cheetos. I swear I would be heated too. But I'm telling you, like, they're not human. Like Cancer and Leo are not human, and Virgo is not human. Virgo is not human at all. They're pure angel. So those three, the guys aren't going to touch. They're talking about the human extinction program. It's literally like the top half of the zodiac wanting to get rid of Aries and Gemini. They think Aries is too savage and we do what we want, and they think Gemini talks too much. We're insensitive and pompous, and literally they're going to be super soldiers who try and take out Aries and Gemini. Okay, I hate to really be fear mongering, but less than half the zodiac really cares because they're not really going to be affected by it. So you really think I'm joking? See, now Leo and Cancer are low-key on our side because, you know, they clearly need Aries and Cancer. It's fundamental. The higher signs kind of don't. But trust me when I say, like, Leo is low-key, like, pissed off because Leo is the sign that can go toe-to-toe with the gods and goddesses, but you know, the top half of the zodiac kind of looks down on Leo because they're on the lower half, and Leo is like, oh hell no, I should be on your level. Like seriously, this is low-key the beef between Aquarius and Leo, because Aquarius will never believe that Leo is on its level, and Leo is like, we're equals, Aquarius, and Aquarius is like and Leo was like, what's so funny? What's so funny? Hair flip. So literally, it's the most petty beef ever. But you know what I'm saying? Leo, the pride of Leo is like wanting to defend the lower half because if it can't, it's going to be shot. So I swear to God. And then Aries didn't even know. They were trying to keep it from Aries. Gemini kind of picked up on this. And Gemini was like, oh, word? Y'all want to get rid of us? And that's our problem. Like, we don't really care. Like, we're just rebels, right? Tell me why Aries found out all crazy. And you know this because this is when Uranus entered Aries. The moment Uranus entered Aries, and you know that this really happened because all of a sudden resistance groups started to rise. When Uranus went into Aries, like, you know, people started revolting against the government. Uranus was like, by the way, Aries, Taurus, get ready because you think that the gods and goddesses have your vested interest. When it goes into your sign, it's going to be, by the way, Taurus, you're being exploited. Anyway, by the way, Aries, this is what is happening. Just in case you're wondering why Aries have gone ballistic lately and more angry, Uranus is snitching on y'all. Uranus is just literally letting Aries know what they're planning, what's good. Every Aries has seen the future like 1,000 years. All right, so there's some Aries who have seen the end of the world. Like Uranus has shown Aries what's up. Like 100 years from now, and 1,000 years from now. Like, by the way, this is what the gods are planning for you. This is how the world's gonna end. This is what's gonna happen after the world ends. This is what's gonna happen with the end. And it's just like, oh, and Aries is going crazy. So if you're wondering why they're filled with rage, like they are hip. They are hip. And You might be a sun in Scorpio or a sun in Capricorn, and you're wondering why you can't get along with your Aries friend or your Leo friend, as if you don't realize these energies flow through you. This is important because all this rambling was for something. This is Aries season. You must know who you are because this is the quarter square with the Cancer. And once this goes into Libra, you're going to know who your enemies are. The seventh house is the house of open enemies. You're going to know who you are and who on a spiritual level is your enemy. A lot of you marry your enemies because the universe is twisted and they'll have an omniscient aspect of how they're seeing people who have soul discord having to work it out. Some of your moon signs hate people. Some of you will have like a Scorpio moon and your sun trine someone and they have a Gemini moon and you're wanting to like them, but you don't know why at a soul level you're repulsed. You just hate them. You just don't like them, like at all. Like you really just don't like them. This is the spiritual warfare that you cannot fake anymore. And this is going to get very scary. Olivia said, my Virgo moon hates everybody. Same as my Capricorn moon. Picture my struggle as a Gemini. I genuinely like to get along with people. It's what makes me a little bit naive sometimes because I just like to talk and connect. But then my Capricorn moon doesn't like anyone. And it's not like it doesn't like anyone, but it's just like, I don't regard anyone to a worthy standard. Not even me. My Capricorn moon even says I'm not good enough as a Gemini. Like it's crazy. But anyway, it's because of Saturn, and Saturn is a little bit weird. But anyway, yeah, you're gonna really come into a profound understanding of who you are. This is literally the part in the new year where a lot of you are having your Neo moments, and you're realizing, wow, I really thought I wanted this spiritual life, but screw this. I want to go back to work. Like a lot of people assume that Neo was all like, all right, Morpheus, let's do this, brother. Let's do this. But Neo was all like, I'm going back to work. You got me fucked up. Like, screw this. Like, no, none of this saving the world hero stuff. No, goodbye. And then he had to almost get killed. Like, this is going to happen to you. It's going to happen to you. A lot of you are so close to really blending into that narrative, that vision. This is the Aries season where you walk through the veil. People may think it's Pisces. Pisces brings energy. Aries is when you walk cardinally through the veil. And this moon in Cancer is going to download so much energy from Neptune trining it. You're going to feel into your own psychic ability, and you're going to walk into that which your imagination has been opening a portal. So I'm going to teach you an ancient secret. I can't talk about Scorpio, but I can talk about Libra. And what's the sixth house to these archangels? Pisces. You can walk through a portal through the mirror dimension of your own imagination. I couldn't talk about this before because we were under construction in that pathway. Whereas if you tried to walk through your portal and imagination, you could have gotten abducted by aliens. You could have gotten possessed by negative spirits. We're in a new year. We have literally cleared the Garganta and the spiritual pathway for those of you who speak Bleach. Regardless, you know what I'm talking about? Spend time in your imagination, this mirror dimension, because you can literally pull off facets and entities through it. You can open portals. A whole lot of spirit is going to start working through you, especially if you have a moon sign that's at a higher zodiac sign degree than your sun. Your subconscious is going to move at a greater level of consciousness than your actual consciousness. And you have to trust your moon because it's going to start being activated. Okay, this is very important. The moon is going to transfer from Cancer to Leo to Virgo. This is where you're going to start getting very relevant information about who you are and where other people fit in your life. So when you go out and you start really being drawn to somebody, and some of you start picking up, this is a double agent. This person's vibration is actually meant to clash with me, or this person's vibration is meant to help me. You have to act off of that. This is what makes this a dynamic and crazy month, because you're going to be impelled this week alone to do things that you're not comfortable doing. Tomorrow, the moon is going to be opposite Pluto. It's going to sextile Mars. Is going to square Jupiter. You have to really express how you truly feel towards people. You have to literally go up to people and say, when they come up to you maybe, and you don't say, hey, I'm having a good day. You have to say, hey, your face is repulsive to me. Can you get away? I don't want to talk to you. That's being sincere. Can you now see why it's hard to be a Cancer? People will say Cancer is negative, but Cancer knows how to be sincere. And even then, they still have to hold back, because it's like, they don't want you to think they're rude. They just, sometimes you might not want to talk to somebody. Sometimes you might really feel that Sagittarius is good with the bluntness, but sometimes how you really feel does not always balance with how you identify yourself with. Welcome to the first quarter square. Okay. And the reason why humanity has yet to master Cancer is because we're all sensitive, even the hard ones. And some of us are really afraid of being honest. You know what I mean? It's really important. And we're really segueing into a period where anything that is impure about the raw nature of your identity is going to get purged, where you have to change how you feel. This is happening during a Venus retrograde, going back in Pisces now. You have had it wrong on your psychic connections. We're in a new year. So the true meaning of your psychic connections with people are waking up as Jupiter gets ready to go into Scorpio and Saturn gets ready to go into Capricorn. And you're going to start connecting with people who you have given up connections on. And you're going to now start getting relevant information on what to do with those connections. Some of you are being drawn with your connections to people to do rituals and spells. This is because when a man and woman get together and share the yin and yang energy, they're able to combine those, and through tantra or through magic, really create. It's not only kids that can do this. With the modern advent of technology, even homosexual connections are able to now imitate and take in this concept of masculine and feminine. But you see, the whole point is they're having to, it's that masculine and feminine that really drive this home. So really keep this in mind. Who are you? What is it that you're identifying yourself as? Because last week we talked about what is your power. We're in the second decan of Aries, which has everything to do with it being ruled by the sun and you standing in the strength of your character. And you cannot be afraid this week to do what you feel. You cannot be afraid this week to really do what it is you believe in. I am a lightning sage. When I turn 27, then it'll officially change my class as if this was Final Fantasy, because I'm transitioning from a level 26 wind mage. And I take this class very seriously because it indicates and reflects my affinity in wind and lightning. I have a double affinity elementally, which is interesting. But as lightning sage, I can, at the speed of light, channel information and heal mentally. I can literally channel and manipulate electricity. When I was in Nigeria, I had unplugged the generator because we don't have electricity in Nigeria all the time, and you have to actually plug in a generator. And I accidentally picked up the plug from the actual plug after it fell, and and that was like my spark origin story. I'm just joking, but I did get shocked and nothing happened to me. And I plugged it in, and it wasn't until now that I realized, wow, like you kind of could have died and you didn't. Anyway, as a lightning sage, I channel Aquarius energy as well. That's my North Node. I used to be an Aquarius in a past life. And as a lightning sage, it is the transition from wind mage so that I can become a sky being, all right? Shout out to Jay Leaves in lightning flame dragon mode as a dragon slayer. A lot of people don't know Tauruses are actually dragon slayers. Geminis are demon slayers, and Cancers are god slayers. But anyway, shout out to the flying cheeseburgers in the building. This isn't about proving who you are. That's Virgo season and Libra season. This is about identifying who you are and you coming into a greater level of identity, because you're co-creating this with the universe. And the full moon is the culmination. So come April 11th, you're going to know who you are, because no matter who you're saying who you are, the actions you take to balance this with other people is going to manifest this transit. All right. So the sun's going to be in Aries, and the moon, you're going to need to relate and balance this identity with other people. And your level at which you can, with the authenticity, will show what relationship you can actually manifest through this full moon. That is for the sole purpose of bringing out your power and showing you who you are. All right. God slayers are speaking of Cancers who have the 8th house Sagittarius, and God slayers have existential canceling magic, because when it comes to slaying God, gods are immortal, so you have to have some kind of existential erasure techniques. That's a future World War Zero episode in the making. Regardless, though, it's very important that you hone in, because all these people born after 95, like, they get it. And there's going to be revolts, and you want to be on the positive side of this. So projection wars, my friend. Right now, this is it. This is it. This is a whole lot of what people incarnated to protect their loved ones from. This is the projection wars. Right now, I'm channeling energy through my crown, and from my third eye and heart, I'm projecting love at you. Okay? And some people don't always project love. Some people fill themselves with anger and enmity, and then they project that at people, whether knowingly or unknowingly. If you're a cardinal sign, you naturally project. You don't have to, program it. You know what I mean? If you're mutable or fixed, you might actually have to focus, but I'm projecting magic and love at you. All right? You might be projecting or not projecting. So this is definitely important, because whatever it is you project is what someone else receives. This is important for water signs who literally feel energy. You know what I'm saying? Nameless said they project loneliness and despair. There's some people who, if they're receptive enough, they're going to feel that loneliness and despair. And this is a huge, 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 huge understanding of how you're responsible with your energy. Shout out to Diamond Purpose, catching feelings in the online chat. You could leave. No one's forcing you to stay. Goodbye. Anyway, this is really important, because what's being projected at you, as well as what you're allowing others to project towards you, it's very important, because this is really, really, really going to determine how well you're going to set up your boundaries. All right? Seriously. This is what I mean by projection wars. Really, 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 really important, because we're moving from the frame wars, where you had to really deal with how people perceive what it is you say, how you really understand and let people understand what it is you say, so that you are walking with the right frame. The thing that's wrong is that if you don't have the right frame, and if you're not in the right state of mind to understand the frame and context, your frame is your context. What is the context you walk around with? Then people can project all sorts of crap on you. This is basic at the level of behavior and belief. If you let people set the frame that you're a failure and that you're a loser, then when people project that you're a loser, by the way they act, by the way they disrespect you, you're going to accept that projection. And you're not supposed to be accepting projections. You're definitely supposed to be in a certain level of calmness within you that allows you at a great level to really deal with a whole lot. And the reason why I'm not really banning this person in the chat is because what are the odds that when I start talking about projection wars, this starts happening? So don't get distracted. This is literally like, thank you, AYB, projection wars taking place right now. This is somebody who wants attention and they're not even really mad at me. They just want me to mention their name. So that's why I'm not deleting them off the chat. Like, I want you to see this is really happening. And how am I handling my frame? You know what I'm saying? I'm literally just, it is what it is. So this is important because at the most extreme level, there are people who like will literally smile in your face, but then project negativity. Because if you don't, the whole purpose of this projection wars is so that you can call it out when it happens. Because some of you are seers and you can see what's being projected at you. Some of you can feel it. If you can literally feel it, then you want to be put in a position where once you're feeling it, you cut it out. And I'm telling you, some of you are going to deal with the sinister ones. Cancer, especially. You're going to deal with people smiling in your face, but you have a Pisces or a Cancer moon, and you're just like, why is it that I feel this unsettling aura? Why is it that I feel this weird vibration? Do you know what I'm saying? And it's just like, wow, you have to be able to cut out what's being projected. Some people, all right, they have a negative entity attached to them, and that entity is projecting stuff, right? And they may not be consciously aware. This is why with the fire of your energy, you have to be put in a position where you literally, like, you know what I mean? You literally call it out. Using your throat chakra to bring it to light is actually speaking it out. And you notice when you bring it out to light, people like to either hide behind somebody. You know those people that like to say, oh, it's this person doing it, it's this person doing it, and they're lying to your face, but they know that if they hide behind this person, that they think you're dumb and that you'll believe it. That you know what I'm saying? There's no more. Go to that person then and pull their card like that. All right? You're gonna have people that once you bring it out to the light, you know what I mean? It's definitely going to really expose how fake they are. All right. I think it's kind of interesting that a certain someone said they were gonna leave, but they're still here. No offense. I really hate to make this. I don't even have to like acknowledge it here, but I'm just letting you know. Like, I'm pretty sure someone said they were gonna leave the live chat, but they're still here. You know what I'm saying? Like, projection wars. It is what it is. It is what it is. If you want to see my true colors, here you go. But I ain't really tripping. Please keep in mind, like, it is very important that you protect your space, and you're going to protect your space by being clear with who you are. It's definitely very important, because this is really why I'm saying you might want to let the inner savage out. You know how some people will do something, but then they really act like they didn't because they know other people don't see. This is the dark side of Neptune. All right, very dark side of Neptune. You really want to be in a position where you actually allow yourself to really rep your boundaries and not get exploited. Because if you let yourself get exploited, you will get exploited. Some of you have karmic contracts where you let people exploit you so that they can get instant karma. That's different. But now let me roast the signs, because Libra, if you're a Libra and above, you're way too powerful and magic to be doing what you're doing. See, what's happening is you have Sagittarius pulling Gemini moves. You have Scorpio pulling Taurus moves. You have Aquarius pulling Leo moves. And you know what I mean? Like, they act like they're shining. When a Sagittarius does what Gemini does, they do what we do better. And it can make it look like, oh my gosh, they're so magical. But it's like, nah, you're not. They're not. None of them have played their real hand. Scorpio has never played their real hand. Sagittarius never tries. You'll see Sagittarius come up with, and trust me, I have a Gemini, so I can just improv on the spot. You'll see Sagittarius come up with some amazing stuff, all easy, but they never really try. They never really pull their real hand. And so they're fooling the world. They're making people feel like they're all magical. Pisces is pulling Virgo moves. And it's like, no, you guys aren't doing your real stuff. Like, you're supposed to take what we do and take it to the next level. Okay, let me be honest. Like, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, they're out here supposed to be walking on water. Like, they're that psychic, but they're hiding their powers. They're hiding their powers, all right? Trust me when I say, like, Sagittarius, Aquarius, Libra, they got us all together in the room. It was the Light Squad delegation, and Libra and Aquarius were like, guys, we need to reveal the light. Guys, we need to actually, you know, share the truth with people. And Sagittarius was the loudest one. Sagittarius was like, yeah, y'all, we have to be the emissaries of light. You know how Sagittarius will just get so ambitious and like charismatic about something and to get everyone excited, and then the moment comes. All right, so they had Aries, Leo, and Gemini putting ourselves out there on YouTube in real life, like speaking the truth, looking crazy. Leo was putting in work. Aries and Gemini came out right now like, this is the truth. People are fucking up. And everyone was like, oh my gosh, like, what's wrong? But that was part of the plan. Like, Sagittarius and her, like, all right, Aries, Gemini, you're going to get the attention. You're going to act a little bit hard. And then Leo's going to come in, and Leo's going to get people's respect and be like, this is the justice we need. And then this is when Libra, Sagittarius, and Aquarius, the higher signs, they close it off for us, right? These motherfuckers. Libra and Aquarius started seeing that, you know what I'm saying? People weren't really popular from speaking the truth. You know what I'm saying? This motherfucker Libra was all like secretly, oh yes, when Leo comes in, I'm just gonna walk in and I'm gonna take all the shine and I'm gonna show people justice and people are gonna love me. But then Libra and Aquarius are like, oh my gosh, look at how these people are hating on Gemini. Oh my God. And then Sagittarius saw how Leo was getting psychic attack. And then it was time for them to like spread the truth, and then they're all just like, I don't know Aries and Leo. Like, let me tell you, the air sign is like that. Like, Aquarius and Libra are like the cooler older brothers, and then Gemini is like the weird, retarded younger brother that everyone's like, what's wrong with Gemini? Like, you guys are cool, but you can't take Gemini everywhere. And so they just don't think we're cool, and it's kind of like weird. And then it's like, oh my gosh. And then you guys think, yo, I don't know, Sagittarius can be two-faced too. Like, if they feel like there's more popularity there, the higher zodiac signs, their negative side is vanity. Like, they love fame, they love popularity. Think about Capricorn, they're ambitious, they want status. Aquarius wants to be famous, Libra wants to be famous, Sagittarius wants all the shine. Like, I'm telling you the truth, y'all. And meanwhile, Aries and Leo are getting screwed because they were supposed to get the assist, and now everyone's like, well, apparently Leo, now people don't take Leo seriously because Leo's like, yeah, Libra and Sagittarius are gonna come in and tell the truth, and then Sagittarius and Leo are just like, oh, and Libra just, oh, what? I don't know what you're talking about. And it's just like, what? What? Are you serious? Like, I'm not gonna lie, Leo will low-key like be around fame, but Leo isn't hungry for fame because attention always follows Leo. Okay, the dark side of Libra, the dark side of Aquarius, the dark side of Capricorn, like, y'all are just hungry for fame. And now Pisces is there, awkward, because Pisces will mess with y'all, but then Pisces is just be like, man, this is weird. You know what I mean? And Taurus is being a dick. That's hilarious. But Taurus is always a dick. You kind of have to allow them to be. But this sucks. Like, I've seen this with the light side of the signs, like Libras and Scorpios are complaining about other Libras and Scorpios. Scorpio is a little bit different. We're going to talk about Scorpio and Capricorn. They're a little bit different. You know what I'm saying? Someone said Libra is the biggest attention whore. Honestly, that's low-key Gemini. We try and be, but the dark side of Libra, yes. Like, there's positive Libras. It's rare. All right. But trust me, like, when I talk to a Leo or an Aries about spirituality, more often than not, we're really talking about changing the people. When I talk to a Libra about spirituality, more often than not, they're like, did Deepak Chopra like my post? How many followers do I have? And it's like, thank you for the authentic Scorpio Libras. Like, some of you Libras have Scorpio moon, so you're like super pure. You know what I'm saying? It's not every Libra, but I'm saying some people, You know what I'm saying? Aries has a dark side, Gemini has a dark side, but I'm really trying to be honest with you. Like, this is what I'm observing. Aquarius is not fame hungry. Aquarius is master manipulative, okay? And a lot of people don't know. And the good Aquariuses who don't want to manipulate people, they're getting psychically attacked. This is the beef between Aquarius right now. A lot of Aquariuses are having to really not be like, they're forcing Aquarius to use their dark side, and they're forcing Scorpio and Capricorn too. But the way it's affecting Scorpio and Capricorn is you're having Scorpio and Capricorn have to literally like fight against being evil. Remember, there are frequencies that hit us. So when these frequencies hit, there's literally like 60% of Scorpios that are like, I don't want to do this to who I love. I don't want to do this bad thing. I don't want to do this bad thing. And they have to fight it, and you will never know. And then you wonder why they're so silent. It doesn't affect Cancer. It doesn't affect Pisces because Pisces is too magical. So people get jealous of Pisces because the magic, the psychic attacks, Pisces is the only sign where psychic attacks don't affect them. And then Cancer is too holy. Scorpio is getting it because Scorpio, they're trying to control Scorpio so that they can do the bad, but Scorpio's like Itachi. You know what I'm saying? Scorpio might do bad, but they're not really bad people. And so they're having to fight being evil. Pluto is in Capricorn. Pluto is literally having to fight doing evil stuff and not being a person of integrity. Because what is Capricorn? It's the sign of integrity. So what's the negative side of Capricorn? The opposite, right? Like they're gunning for Scorpio, they're gunning for Capricorn. Capricorns have Pluto, like, I can't do this dark stuff. Like, Capricorn is a sign of witchcraft. People might make you think it's Scorpio. No. Scorpio is another level of that. You can't call it witchcraft. It's pure. Capricorn will manipulate your ass. Capricorn, Pluto in Capricorn is awakening mind control powers in them, where they're able to marionette people. And that's why they are Capricorns who are filled with integrity and they want to be good people, but they're getting psychically attacked to do evil. Like, I swear. And some people don't know. If you're a Leo, if you're an Aries, you have nothing but positivity flowing through you. You're not a yin-yang apprentice, and you don't have to balance both energies, all right? I even have some Capricorns that are out here saying they are evil. Like, they're not even trying to hide it anymore because they know you won't take it for granted, because the greatest trick that the devil ever convinced someone is believing that it doesn't exist, all right? Capricorn is goddess energy, and this goddess energy is getting distorted. Like, it's not pure right now because Scorpio isn't pure, because dark forces are trying to get at them. And none of the signs are pure except for maybe Pisces or Cancer, but even they're getting fucked with, okay? Sagittarius is dropping the ball because Saturn is in its sign. Like, do you believe in spirituality? There's a lot of Sagittariuses out there who are like, yeah, I believe this, I believe that, but then they get the gun to their head, and then it's like, so you can't really hate them, because if the gun was in your head, chances are you would probably turn coat too. So I'm trying to let you know, like, Pisces, Sagittarius, they're awake. Have you seen Limitless or Lucy? They're like that. But dark forces are making them hide their powers. They can't do that for Gemini. They can't do that for Virgo because we're not necessarily that high up in the realm. You know what I'm saying? They can't stop Gemini or Aries because we're the real martyrs. They killed JFK. They killed Tupac. You know what I'm saying? Aries is out here on the battlefield. But if Sagittarius and Pisces do it, it's going to be so much huger. They're literally trying to fear tactic these guys. Virgo is on some, I don't want to wake up because that's too much pressure. Like, Saturn is squaring their sun. So if they actually show the world they're angels, pew, 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 Illuminati will get you. And you guys are focused on the Illuminati. The Illuminati doesn't even exist. There really is like a secret society. They're not called the Illuminati. But you want to think there is a secret organization as far as the 11th house in astrology of communities squares the 8th house of the occult communities, secret societies. Like, yes, yes. What's the 12th house to the 12th house? 11th house, hidden societies that literally run the world. 10th house. I swear to goodness. But this is not about secret societies and conspiracies. This is about projection wars. This is about knowing who you are. And this is literally about making sure you're in a position to speak up, because Saturn in Sagittarius is spiritual integrity. When someone comes with a gun to your face, and when someone comes with a gun in my face and they're like, the peace dealer, if you make one more astrology video, I'm going to blackmail you with this poster. I'm going to shoot you. I'm going to kill you. And you know what I'm going to do, guys? I'm going to make another video, and that could be my last video, because I'm really, really about it. And this is how serious things are getting, okay? It doesn't have to be with just spiritually too. You know what I mean? Me and Mia asked of protective practices. The most simple thing that you can do is literally cast white or darkness around yourself, because it's all about having the maintenance of conscious intention so that you're in a position to actually start to tangibly use your power. Are you using your power, or are you just thinking you have this power? So if you are a water witch, are you doing any water witch abilities? Pisces season was just so that you can experience it. Are you doing anything? I'm doing something. Like, this is not just talking. We're connecting. This is opening up my third chakra, and I'm projecting energy. Like, I'm stepping into my lightning sage power. And there are activations that are going to come, especially during the new moon in Leo. But it's very important. All right. So if you see a Scorpio, give them a hug, because Scorpio is being like screwed. I'm just to be honest, like, Scorpio is being screwed because Scorpio didn't want to have sex with a certain like angel, and now the angel, some angel is like try to take its anger out on Scorpio. And if you're sun in Scorpio, you can kind of draw into this. Some of you are literally about to be like Lucy in that movie, Scarlett Johansson, and even more so out of nowhere, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Yada B manifesting like an X-Men. The reason why I'm purposefully keeping my language focused on, and yeah, Dominic, that's why you can't focus. The reason why I'm keeping it focused on this otherworldly stuff, Venus is retrograde back in Pisces. I don't want you to think about that old world. I don't want you to think about that old world where you're supplementing what you think is fantasy into reality. Like, I purposefully go out of my way when I give people readings and when I talk, not to be like, this transit is for this. You know, you think that I make it look like, I hope I don't want to make it look like I don't know how to do conventional astrology, because if I'm giving you a reading, I should talk about Saturn, and I should talk about how it influences your career. I should talk about the income potential that you have with Venus transiting your chart. I can give you real life information about relationships and the type of people. I'm going to look at your 7th house and be like, your 7th house is in Aries, so you're going to start attracting relationships that test the integrity of your character. I'm not talking about that right now. I'm talking about, what are your superpowers? What are your magic abilities? Because no one's focusing on that, because you're letting people really convince you that it's fantasy. It's not fantasy. It's real. And if you don't awaken it, you're going to get projected stuff that literally keeps you in a box. This is real, y'all. Like, I'm trying to look crazy. I'm trying to be crazy because I'm subruled by Uranus, and Uranus is sextiling my sun. So I'm being crazy so that I could literally weed out people who look at me and they're like, oh, this guy is crazy. You don't know what he's talking about. Like, yes, go away. Like, I have to be authentic and raw. I'm not putting on a mask, and I'm not doing this just so I can get views. I'm not doing this just so I can get paid. If I lose all my followers and no one buys a reading, I'm still going to make an astrology video every week, because it's my destiny. This is what I'm here to do. And they know there's power in this, and you need to really bring out your power. Those of you who get a reading with me, by the way, I'm subruled by Uranus. Like, I accelerate stuff. So many people that I would say this is supposed to happen in 6 months, it could happen in 2. Like, I'm literally, as with any Gemini, like we accelerate energy and we move it faster. So keep that in mind. If you don't want instant manifestation, don't get a reading from me. I'm just gonna say that. But yeah, please keep this in mind. This week has so much to do with taking the sincerity of your character and then expressing it outwards with love when it's in Leo, and then when it's in Virgo, really coming into realistic details about how to integrate who you are into your lifestyle. All right. Once we get into Taurus season, then I can now start breaking down how we've stepped into our identity and what the value of that is. But right now, you want to allow this week to let you feel the power. Your affirmation is, I feel the power. Okay. You really want to feel what it is you can do. And a lot of this is going to be new to you. Some of you are awakening telepathy and telekinesis and like seeing through the realms, and you don't want to try and control it. You want it to come out of you. What you want to pay attention to with this moon in Cancer that I'll leave you with is that the moon is in Cancer, and you're going to be connecting with people psychically. Some of you are telepathically talking to people more psychic than you, and maybe they're Capricorn or maybe they're Aquarius, and you're a lower sign, and you don't know that they know how to play you like a chess piece, and they're going to titrate the amount of psychic ability they reveal. You have to believe that these people you're connecting with are more psychic than they appear to be, are more psychic than they come across. Okay? Seriously, very serious. You want to trust what your intuition is telling you about your connections to certain people. You see, some of you really feel like because you're not externally seeing results, it's not happening, and you don't know you have developed a psychic connection with someone over 2 years, and you're ready to walk away from it because you're not believing in yourself. Some of you have spirit guides and higher selves bragging about you. Okay, don't let them down. Don't let them down. Especially if you can't stop thinking about someone, you keeping on thinking about them. Don't look at them. Look at their chart. What is the energy that's drawing to you? That's the lesson there. It's a lesson, and you can now start to contact them back. Start telepathically talking back to people and see the magic that comes as you open up neural pathways that really help you develop your psychic power. All right. Venus square Saturn in Sagittarius is really great because it's going to snap you back into spirituality and show you the true divine nature of your relationships and the spiritual integrity that you have to have. It's going to remind you, because it's retrograde, it's going to be like, hey, this is the retrograde that's going to awaken the soulmate connection that you have. Don't lose faith right now. All right. It's going to show you, hey, you have been trying to convince yourself that the love in your heart isn't as divine as it truly is. Because when it goes direct, it's going to be in a position to where you're walking back into the battlefield and you're loving with courage in your heart. All right. I'm so serious. Like, some of you are screwing yourselves over because you're trying to dig and dig and dig, and you're so close to the finish line, but it's like you cannot lose that faith. That's what makes it 12th house. That's what makes it Pisces. It's your ego. What is the moon in Cancer squaring? Aries. Your ego is going to make you feel like you're screwing up because you don't feel you're in your feelings. But when you're in your feelings, you're going to literally psychically channel the true nature of the connections you share with people. And now you have to act on it. When you get that synchronicity that shows you and makes you feel that, hey, there really is a connection here, you have to act on it. It's your action on it that's going to open the door. Okay, some of you might have to take very risky actions and open up to someone that you know doesn't like you, but you have to trust your feelings, because you're going to realize they actually do like you. Trust me. And it's not about liking you or not liking you. It's about being authentic with the connection, because trust me, that person that you think you like, it's not them. It's the spirit behind them. This is what's going to make someone else with that same vibration come into your life. And maybe you're into an Aries with a Scorpio moon, and the universe keeps bringing you to their attention, and you're looking too small, and you don't realize you accepting that vibration might attract another Aries with a Scorpio moon. I've seen it happen before, eerily. So much so with even readings that I do. Straight up, I've had closure with somebody who was a Sagittarius, and I ended up giving a reading to a Sagittarius with the same sun, moon, and rising, and I got to know how that person really felt. So it's amazing, y'all. Anything is possible, and you have to believe in the power of you, because this is exactly All right. Listen, what's really messed up is some people that you're obsessed with have feelings for you. All right. And not in the same way as you would expect. There's some people that you have a connection with that they don't like that. Like they really don't like that. Like it's nothing to do with you. Like the purpose of your connection is to help them bring feeling to their heart. And they're blocking you out because it's like, hell no. My heart got hurt so many times that when they start thinking about you, they start to really get in their feelings and they shut you out. They shut you out because they're really not trying. It's not you. Like they're really not trying to fall in love. And that's why the universe is sending you to them. Sometimes you may find for some of you, they open up their heart and then you no longer are even interested in that because that was it. Some of you, you may find that you're actually like, trust me, trust me. Some people you're very drawn to, they are afraid because they got their heart hurt and then they decided to love again and then they got their heart hurt and then they didn't even want to love, but they loved again, they messed up and then they got their heart hurt and then you come along and they're like, wow, I'm feeling the most spiritual connection. Screw this person. I don't want to get hurt. Some people are legit trying to like you, but their heart won't let them because it's been so hurt. That's why you've had to have patience. That's why some of you, you've been having to heal over a couple of years. There's some people that are going through lifelong trauma, all right? It's fear. It's not love. Love will never let someone block you out. It's fear blocking the love. Trust me. You cannot give up on these connections. It is the ego and the selfishness that wants you to have it a certain way, but it's the spirituality and the existential nature of your connection that is drawing you to really understand the true meaning of this. Really keep in mind what develops now until Libra season, and by the 11th, trust me, okay? Add that to the fact that there's spiritual interference and spiritual warfare. This is why you have to really detach. This hurts. This is real deal spiritual stuff. Some of you are watching the love of your lives be with people they're not supposed to be with because they're blinded or because they're in a position where they would rather not have love. They just want something that fulfills their lust. You need to understand this is temporary, and some of you are going to have resounding victory, and some of you have had resounding victory. All right, so it's not like everyone watching this is waiting to be with their partner. As we've progressed, some of you have even like messaged me like, hey, I was finally able to connect. Like, trust me, it's going to happen at the right time, and the right time is now. The right time is now. This is why I'm saying really work. There's something you can do with your psychic energy that will shift things. And you have to have the courage and confidence to walk to these people because it's not always romance. For some of you, it's your friends. It's even more so your friends that you're having to connect with, but they're closing you out because they don't want to. Trust me, it's you. Your courage in yourself and your power that's going to help shift a whole lot of this. Aries, we have the Page of Pentacles. And it's talking about this new year and this week, you starting to develop a great level of an initial investment. You're taking the work that you're doing and you're downsizing it so you can build it up again. If you make any new financial investments, know that it's going to start off small, but it's something that could really like grow big. Okay, Taurus, the card that I have for you is the Knight of Pentacles. So the Knight of Pentacles is Virgo, your 5th house. You can look to someone who's definitely very dependable. This week is all about seeing who you can depend on in this life, who's consistent enough. The consistent quality of your energy is going to really help draw in people you can depend on. And I really feel, Taurus, for you, this is somebody that is going to show you that they can be dependent. Gemini, for you. Thank you, Sarah Jane. We have the Page of Pentacles with Aries. So it's saying that don't necessarily worry about the initiatives you're taking for the work you're doing. You still want to treat the work you're doing like an initial project. The work that you're doing to slowly build yourself up is positive, Just kind of treat it like a student and let it grow. All right. This is definitely positive. We got nothing but grounded cards for each person. Cancer, for you, we have the Emperor, which is talking about you taking control of your power, you stopping yourself from being exploited, and you being in a position where you call the shots and you lay down your authority. All right? Don't let people play you, and make sure you put yourself in a position where you're absolutely able to really take back control of your life. Leo, we have the Ten of Swords, okay? So there's an idea that's ending forever. There's a certain mode of thinking that's ending forever. I think you might watch someone completely fail, and you might have to hold yourself back from laughing. Because Leo, this is actually talking about you watching the death of your enemy in front of you. Don't think that it's about you. I really see that something that has been a thorn in your side is ending. Like they're going to get theirs finally. Virgo, for you, we have the Knight of Wands. So if you're a Virgo woman, you can definitely look to some very charismatic individual that wants to slip right into your pants. This is the card of Sagittarius. So, this is going to be a very fun person. They're going to stimulate the, fun and a sense of adventure, but just keep that in mind. They could take you on a quick adventure, try and sweep you off your feet, but really just keep that in mind. I get the sense that this is someone who's here to shake up and bring more fun to you and probably get you to move around a little bit. But yeah, for some of you, Virgo woman, this is going to be a dude that's trying to holler at you. And whether you want to have sex with him or not, the sex is going to be really good, but just know they just want to get in your pants. Libra, for you, we have the Sun in Virgo card, Eight of Pentacles. So really keep this in mind. The Eight of Pentacles is saying what you're doing is working, and you want to really make sure that you keep up the quality of what you do. Olivia, you're right. Virgo women are fine as hell. They're perfect. So Libra, make sure you keep up the good work. It's about quality, not quantity. Make sure the work that you do is quality, because important people are watching, and this could really be a maker or breaker for you. All right, make sure you're on point. Scorpio, we have the Ace of Cups. So listen here, Scorpio, because this is exactly what it means. This is your chalice overflowing. This is love. For some of you Scorpios, this is new love. Like someone is going to be like, hey, I think we can be something. For some of you Scorpio, this is you extending your chalice, letting people know they are worthy of the pureness of your love. So really spark this, okay? No time to be skeptical. No time to be superstitious. We have the Magician. Anything is possible. All right? Don't look for this person. This is your chance to really start a new chapter of love. If you want to actually open this up, then you can. It's a green light. Don't be afraid of rejection, okay? This is awesome. This is really awesome. Sagittarius. We have the Victory card, Cancer, Chariot. So kick ass, take names. I know I was throwing shade at you before, but that's because I really respect y'all. I hold you guys highly. Like, I really feel like there's nothing Sagittarius can do. So when y'all drop the ball and you try to act like you're not as spiritual, you just make me look that much crazier. I really do like you guys. I really do love you guys, Sagittarius men and women. And, this is a really great week of victory. You help people believe in the magic. And you want to screw the competition and really walk in and take that victory, because this is going to be a week of your victory, okay? Capricorn, the card that we have for you is the Knight of Wands. So looks like after that Sagittarius guy tries to have sex with the Virgo, they're going to come towards you. They're going to be like, oh, you're the only one I'm talking to, but they had sex with Virgo like 3 hours ago. So I'm just letting you know, maybe you and Virgo might go on an adventure, but the Knight of Wands for both you and Virgo is talking about a lot of excitement. If you've been having a creative block, you're going to have a lot more energy. You know what I'm saying? And it's definitely in a position, but this is a card of Sagittarius, so maybe you might be a part of the victory they experience. So keep that in mind. But I'm just telling you, man, like, be careful. Like, so there's going to be some hot shot who is very sexy, and they're going to just try and act like they want you, but they just want to have sex with you so that they can be like, ha, I had sex with Virgo and Capricorn. Host, think I love them. Aquarius, the card that I have for you is the Chariot. So you're also going to step into great victory. You're going to take it. You're going to make it your BITCH. The thing with the Chariot here is you don't want to be kind. You don't want to try and let other people win. If you're competing against your friend over a chick, you better let your friend know, sit down, be humble, sit down. Okay, so Aquarius and Sagittarius are going to be stunting on everybody, and keep that in mind. Aquarius, this is really long needed victory, so you're going to come in and take it. And then Pisces, the card that we have for you. So we got 3 victorious signs. Pisces, this is a little bit different than Sag and Aquarius because you're a feminine zodiac sign. This is saying that you're going to see the results of your own hard work. You're going to see that you're already victorious, and you're going to really shift your frame. In other words, some of you are trying to connect with that soulmate. Some of you are trying to get closure. The universe is going to show you you've already done it. This week you're going to see that what the magic spells you did, the work and victory you did, now you're cashing in on it. Now you're actually going to reap it. So the card that I have for all the signs is the Page of Swords. Conversations are going to be had. You're going to be alerted to the truth. So there's certain people that you may have wanted to talk to that you're finally going to have that conversation with this week. And it's really going to clear up a whole lot. You want to think that this week is a week of clarity. You're really going to come into the relevant information. And you know what? Certain people are watching you. The Page of Swords is saying that you're being watched. And some of you are being watched from actual like agents who are spying on you, because some people call detectives on you. Or some of you, your page is being lurked on. So move around knowing that you're being watched, and you have to bring your A game. To any haters, to any lurkers, to maybe secretly people obsessed with you, probably acting like they don't even talk to you. Like, yeah, keep that in mind. So keep that. Remember, y'all, this is all about bringing out your powers. So if you're trying to live a conventional life and you're not taking advantage of the fact that you are a magical and powerful being of love and light, then I'm trying to encourage, look, we're not going to have a transit where the sun is on Uranus in a long time. The next time this is going to happen is in 12 months from now. So you really want to experiment with what you can do. Experiment with saying, I want somebody to pick me up and I want to show them a good time. And then your friend hits you up out of nowhere. Like, some of you have this power, and if you don't experiment and trial and error, here's your homework. Here's your homework. There we go. Here's your homework. The last homework that I gave was for you to be in public and talk to yourself so that people can see that you are a crazy fuck and that you can't hide yourself from being crazy. This homework is to manifest a portion of your power. Do something that helps you feel the power that you have. So much so that you really feel that you have it, and that it's something you'll incorporate every day. All right. Start to say what your power is, and start to feel it. Some of you could, for the first time, actually manipulate, make it aura ball, because this is the week you manifested. So next week, you're going to tell me the miracle you made, the miracle of feeling your power. Because trust me, when it comes to origin stories, when it comes to actually manifesting facets of your power, this is going to be the week where some of you are going to be like, oh, I just did telekinesis for the first time, or I just astral projected for the first time. This is the moon opposing this and really changing how you feel about yourself. Some of you, you're going to do things that you could have always done, but it's like, oh, I just upgraded the level at which I can do it. All right. Shout out to A.Y.B. Hit me with an email. We probably can collab because I'm really trying to make music with dope artists. So yeah, hold that feeling. Trust me, let it come to you. Shout out to my friend Miko. She made this IXE Originals. Show her some love. Excel Originals. This is her Instagram. She hooked me up, yo. She made this for me. She made me this. She's also a Gemini. She's one of my twins. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, my friend. Until next time, I really do love you all. Like when I do this, I actually get like, you know, we share energy. So this is definitely grateful. You guys, I don't think you guys know how powerful you are when we all congregate, and you're taking the energy we all congregated with and you're going to take it out with you in the world. And when you take it out with you in the world, give them that love, give them that power, give them that magic, give them the most beautiful and magical part of life, you.